We've been testing Best Business Laptops 2024, digging deep into the latest flavors of AMD processor and video graphics silicon, and we know which notebooks sing and which are just tone deaf. We're not just talking about sleek, expensive new machines, either. We've picked a range of business laptops 2024 at different price points to highlight, which give you the best bang for buck and which are just outright awesome. To help you find the right model, we've listed the top Best Business Laptops 2024 and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you, and as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 5. Dell Latitude 9440 2-in-1. While Dell's Latitude line has always been synonymous with business laptops, the Latitude 9440 2-in-1 starts at $1,919. $3,093.60 is tested, has some DNA from its consumer flagship. The new convertible sports a design more informed by the futuristic Dell XPS 13 Plus than its conservative corporate predecessor. It's both an upgrade and a glow-up with new features, added controls, and a sturdy laptop design. We just wish the 2-in-1 aspects got a bit more attention, as the machine changes from elegant to awkward as soon as you fold back the screen for tablet mode. Enterprise laptops like the Latitude series are rarely purchased off the shelf, with manufacturers selling a range of options for everything from processors and storage to connectivity and other external features. The 9440 2-in-1 is no exception. The base model sells for $1,919 and comes with a 13th Gen Intel Core i5 CPU, 16 GB of memory, a 256 GB solid-state drive, and a 2560 by 1600 pixel IPS touchscreen. Our review unit steps up to a Core i7-1365U, 2 performance cores, 8 efficient cores, 12 threads, 32 GB of RAM, and a 1 TB SSD, and sells for $3,093.60. Number 4. Getek B360 Pro 2024. The trade-off with any laptop built for extreme conditions in the field is ruggedness versus usability, where you are forced to sacrifice practicality or performance for the ability to survive extreme environmental hazards. With myriad MIL, STD, and waterproof certifications, the $3,499 Getek B360 is a rugged laptop that provides ample protection for first responders, military personnel, and other workers in the field, and does so without forcing you to lug around a huge slab of a system with a low-resolution display and outdated components. The 13.3-inch Getek is quite thin and light as rugged laptops go. Its full HD 1400 nit display looks great indoors and out, and it boasts up-to-the-minute 10th generation Intel Silicon. You wouldn't want to write the great American novel on its keyboard, but the Getek B360 takes on Dell's Latitude Extremes and Panasonic's Tubooks with a strong effort. It wins an Editor's Choice Award for offering modern components and connectivity inside a fully rugged, relatively svelte package. The Getek B360 is available with 10th generation Intel Core i5 or Core i7 power, up to 64 GB of memory, up to two 1 TB solid-state drives, and a single display option. A 13.3-inch IPS touch panel with 1920 by 1080 pixel resolution and 1400 nits of brightness. My $3,499 test unit is the base configuration with a Core i5-10210U processor, 8 GB of RAM, and a 256 GB SSD. Except for the super bright screen, that's a component lineup you can readily find on laptops priced below $1,000. But as with any fully rugged notebook, most of the Getek's price goes toward its exterior build and interior damage mitigations, rather than its internal components. And Getek has a winner of a rugged chassis with the B360. Number 3. Asus ZenBook Pro 14 Duo OLED. The Asus ZenBook Pro 14 Duo OLED is an impressive computer that takes the Apple Touch Bar concept 12 steps further, turning this into one of the best business laptops. In addition to the standard beautiful 1610 display on top, the ZenBook Pro 14 Duo also has a 12.7 2.8K 120Hz screen pad plus, as Asus calls it, essentially another screen entirely between the main screen and the keyboard. Not only is this just a display that the user can project to, but it can do so much more, and now it angles enough to where it's functional and not straining on your neck. The dual screens are the focal point of this laptop. There is no way to ignore or avoid the secondary screen, though you can enable touchpad mode and turn the entire second screen into an oversized touchpad. This laptop is phenomenal for productivity, multitasking creatives, and those who enjoy gadgets and fun technology. I saw the dual screen when I unboxed and opened up this laptop. There's no denying it's a screen. This monitor is built to utilize it well. This focus can be seen in the overall design language, with the second screen raising off of the keyboard angle to be a 12-degree elevation change to be more ergonomic. It can be seen in the fact that Asus sacrificed a standard wrist rest and full-size trackpad to make this screen possible. The dedicated touchpad that Asus put on this laptop works surprisingly well, especially for its odd size and orientation. And for when you need a larger touchpad, the bottom screen, ScreenPad Plus, can turn into a giant trackpad, minus the haptics. Number 2. Acer TravelMate P4. The Acer TravelMate P4 is an alternative to the TravelMate P2 that we recently reviewed, but it's even cheaper. Like the P2, it can come with either Intel or AMD processors. The highlights, according to Acer, are a 14-hour battery life and aluminium-magnesium alloy body. Using those materials in combination with a mostly plastic skin keeps the weight down, something anyone who carries their system through a working day will appreciate. What's genuinely impressive is how fast these systems can be when compared with much more expensive Ultrabook designs, as they use similar platforms and include some special features like Thunderbolt ports. The Acer TravelMate P4 we review below is a general-purpose machine with a powerful multi-core processor, NVMe storage, upgradable memory, and a useful selection of external ports. These machines come with a 14 or 15.6 display, up to 16 GB of RAM, and 512 GB of NVMe SSD space. That said, this machine's obvious cost-cutting might not make it as durable as more expensive options. While some metal is used inside, a significant amount of plastic doesn't contribute to making this design especially resilient. One weakness of the review machine was that its integrated GPU isn't especially fast, but if you're not editing video or working with CAD, then this might not be an issue. The other is that Acer used a poor-performing SSD that slows down dramatically when writing large files. While this has a relatively easy fix, it isn't one that the Acer support team appears able to provide. Even with this mistake, the TravelMate P4 is one of the better cheap business laptops that we have tested, and easily worth the modest asking price Acer wants for it. Number 1. Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Yoga Gen 8. It's no secret that we endorse the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon, giving the 14-inch business laptop not only our editor's choice award but a perfect 5-star rating, calling it the best work laptop you can buy for 2 years in a row. Lenovo is also one of PCMag's business choice brands for 2023. If you like the Carbon but want a flip and fold convertible laptop, your Lenovo of choice is the ThinkPad X1 Yoga Gen 8. Starts at $1,456.95, $2,126.04 as tested. It's an admirable enterprise, two-in-one whose biggest flaw is its C-suite price when sold individually, though it could also use a sharper screen at its reviewed price and an SD card slot. While it's not yet as close to perfect as Lenovo's Carbon, being made of basic aluminum instead of fancy magnesium and carbon fiber, the ThinkPad X1 Yoga Gen 8 is an outstanding two-in-one laptop for work if you need the flexibility, earning our editor's choice award in the category. The $1,456.95 base model teams a Core i5 1335U chip with 16 GB of RAM, a 256 GB solid-state drive, Windows 11 Home, and a 1920 by 1200 pixel IPS touchscreen. Our test unit, Model 21HU007US, sells for $2,126.04 at B&H, but at this writing, Lenovo.com let us configure a matching system for about $1,800. It steps up to a Core i7 1355U CPU, 2 performance cores, 8 efficient cores, 12 threads, a 512 GB NVMe SSD, and Windows 11 Pro. Processors with Intel's Vcro management technology are available, as are up to 2 TB of storage and 4G or 5G mobile broadband. Adding $194 buys you a display with a built-in privacy filter that narrows the field of view to thwart Snoopy seatmates in business class. Adding $209 replaces the IPS screen with a high-res 3840 by 2400 pixel OLED panel with more brilliant colors and contrast.